Hi, my name is David Long, and I'm a Boston Mutual representative in Indiana. And I was asked to shoot this video because I live and breathe the three Boston Mutual products that you have access to here shortly. I live in police stations and county governments all over Indiana, and I see the power of these policies and plans that I just wanted to share a quick story, not to go into the nitty-gritty details of these plans, but just to share a story of the power of how these may help you. It was a couple months ago that I woke up, and honestly, I wasn't feeling it that day. I had to go do a presentation for a local government office, and I gave myself a pep talk, went to the meeting, started doing the presentation, was doing the best I could when there was a knock on the door. And there was a gal in the back of the room who just looked at me and went like this. And honestly, I thought it was a little bit rude for her to interrupt right in the middle of my presentation. So I continued until she finally vocally said, "I need to see you." And so I excused myself from the room and went back and met with her and said, "Ma'am, how can I help you?" And she said, "I need you to look up my son's Boston Mutual whole life policy. He was killed in a car accident this morning at 4 a.m. I was shocked. I looked up the policy. I gave her the amount that was there, and she looked at me and she said, "Okay, I have enough to pay for a funeral." She was clearly in shock. She was a mother her instincts were on overdrive, and she was doing what she needed to do. Her days were going to be very, very difficult, but what I learned was she didn't have to worry about the finances in some of those end-of-life decisions, which played a huge role in her life. And I watched her walk away, and I just thought to myself, man, what I do is so, so important. And I'm very direct with people, because oftentimes we just don't consider some of the things in life that can throw us a curveballs, and oftentimes we're unprepared. So my question for you today is, in the event of a sickness or accident or even death, do you have a plan? The Boston Mutual whole life policy is great because it doesn't change. It's a whole life policy that goes on autopilot once purchased. It's guaranteed issue, which means you don't have to answer medical questions up to a certain point, and the rates never change. It's the plan that people want as the anchor to their life insurance portfolio, because it just isn't going to change as long as you pay the premiums. A critical illness plan is something that you'll have access to as well, and what that is basically it would pay you cash if you're ever diagnosed with a major disease. It could be a heart attack, stroke, or cancer, which are the most common. And some people just don't have the genetics that they want to take that risk. They want to make sure that income and cash will come in the event of that diagnosis. And then finally, the accident plan covers the bumps and bruises. It's great for people who have kids who are in sports and active. I sell a lot of those to farmers and also to police officers, because of the fact that you drive so much. There's things that you do with inherent risk, and it has a $100,000 accidental death benefit. So again, I'm very direct with people because I want your family to be protected. And I ask that you give some consideration to whatever policy could best protect your family. I wish you all the best and happy holidays, and take care.